Welcome back. It is Wednesday, which means we get to visit with our friend Michael Babcock of TMZ to see all the latest headlines. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, again, we're admiring your skin and your hair. We always love to see what you look like. You got it buzzed in the back.
Thank you. Yeah, I got a fresh haircut for you guys today,
Looking
so
good.
ready to go.
Never disappoint us, Michael. You never disappoint.
Thank you for saying that.
Do we have any good news today? Where do you want to start?
Oh, well, okay. I'll start with the happier story, I guess.
Okay.
Then, so there is possibly a big partnership forming that is going to make a run at buying an NFL team, and it's between none other than Jeff Bezos and Jay-Z. So there is the Washington Commanders team, obviously in DC, that is likely going up for sale. The owner has hired a bank and he's trying to investigate, trying to find buyers out there, see what interest is. Well, on Monday, Jay-Z, Jeff Bezos, they meet in LA, a top secret dinner. It's at a restaurant and not one of these celebrity hotspots where you go to be seen. It was off the beaten path, and the restaurant was closed on Monday, but they opened just for Jeff and Jay-Z, and they have this big time meeting. And we're told that on the agenda was the football team, and like Jeff Bezos, he's worth like $113 billion, give or take, and the team's worth about 6 to 7, so they have plenty of money. Jay-Z being part of the ownership group would be so exciting to the NFL. They would want this to happen. So, if you're a football fan, pretty exciting news, I'd say.
That is cool. Yeah. What are you thinking, Jared?
I don't know, because I don't remember the name of the team now. The Washington Commanders? Is that it?
They changed from the term that people found to be offensive, and then they were the Washington football team, and now they have settled on the Commanders. So
that's it. Okay.
Commanders.
I'm offended by that one. I don't know why they didn't ask me. I'm offended by the Commanders.
I know. I don't know. A lot of people thought you probably could have done better with the name, but
oh well.
It is a kind
Commanders.
of
It is
terrible name.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Do you think what is the?
I was going to make a bad joke.
Oh,
Never mind.
you can.
No, I won't.
I was just going to say, what is the benefit? Are football? I mean, I know football is a big industry, but are there benefits? And is there a financial, like, you're going to have a windfall if you own a team?
It's Jeremy, it's so much bigger and it's so much more lucrative than the other sports. I mean, the NFL is the most successful sports franchise that the world has ever seen, and they basically print money. So,
why would you sell the team then? Why does the owner want to sell it then?
Well, he's owned it a long time, and his reign has been marred by a lot of controversy. He's been hauled in front of Congress. There have been some really ugly allegations within the team. So, it's one of those situations where he's getting pressure from owners inside the league. He's getting pressure from fans outside the league, and it sounds like he's just a very wealthy billionaire who says, like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore, and
gotcha.
The headache. Let's just move on.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, we got that.
All right.
Yeah. So, all right, I'll talk about Aaron Carter now. This obviously was a difficult one. Only 34 years old, and Aaron Carter, the pop star, is found dead in his home in California on Saturday around 11 a.m. by somebody, like a employee of his, and she found him in the bathtub and called 911, but it was nothing that could be done. And there were signs to indicate that he may have been had passed a little bit before, because he actually had gotten himself into this outpatient rehab, and he had an appointment Friday night, didn't show up for the appointment, the virtual appointment. So that perhaps indicates that at that point he was already dead. But now you have people who are speculating. They've put together these theories that Aaron took his own life, and people close to him, they say, look, that's not the case. He had a young child, somebody that he he cared about obviously very much, and wanted to be there for his kid, and no suicide note, wasn't suicidal. Everyone who was close to him will tell you that. So although there is this theory sort of gaining momentum amongst his fans, people close to him say, no, that's just not the case, and we'd be shocked if it were.
Too young.
Oh,
Absolutely.
so young.
I know, it's terrible. I mean, you have Aaron Carter, and then you have just the week before you have Takeoff, and
Yeah.
I was watching.
It's terrible.
Michael, I really appreciated your coverage. I was watching TMZ Live, I believe it was Monday, and I really enjoyed that coverage because they were filling in some blanks, and they even said they were showing, his last Instagram or Facebook Live he'd done, and then talking about the TV show that he was going to be a part of. It's so weird. I never once thought it was suicide. It definitely had to have been accident.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, even, he had done some boxing of late, Aaron had, so I had actually had the chance to talk to him a few times, and I remember one of the times after we did the interview, he was just saying, I'm expecting a baby, and he said, I'm sorry to my fans, but I'm probably not going to be making music for the next few years because I just want to be there, for my child. And it doesn't seem, unless something had drastically changed, that doesn't sound to me somebody that was, going to take their own.
Are they going to try to figure this out? I mean,
yeah, they are now. They're investigating, and there's only so much they're able to do, obviously, but they're certainly going to try and figure out what happened here, and run the toxicology. And it's no secret he had issues with addiction, so
that can sneak up on you. I mean, especially
absolutely.
So
I wonder if there's some correlation. I was talking to Kelly about this, I think, on Monday.
What's that?
We were talking about it. Like, it's just so strange. The bathtub incidents. We're talking Whitney Houston,
and her
daughter. Aaron Carter. It just seems like I don't know what that causes. Maybe the hot water is a reaction. I don't know.
I think it's you're probably seeing people who have had drug issues, and you take too much, and you're in water, and it's obviously potentially very dangerous. So I think that's likely where that why you've seen that a few times. But I think it probably all originates with the drugs. But it's so sad all the way around.
A hot bath will make me tired.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So.
I also saw the Backstreet Boys, are performing, and Nick Carter had a show.
Yeah.
People all over TikTok were showing him break down on stage.
Yeah.
I don't know how you go on stage and sing after you lose your brother.
No,
right, that's so tough. And imagine, you're across the world. So they were at the O2 Arena on Sunday. So this is just the day after.
Oh.
And Nick, was doing his best to perform, but he just broke down. And what I think makes it even more difficult is the fact that Aaron and Nick didn't have the greatest relationship, and over the years it had at times it was very strained. And we were told, in fact, that they were Aaron was hoping to mend fences, but I guess you could say he just ran out of time.
Yeah, that is going to make it a lot harder for him. And I know he was over there, so the rest of the group was counting on him to perform. They had the tickets sold. That's just too much pressure.
Yeah.
That's too
I agree. And I think it's tough for all of them, too. It's all the Backstreet Boys. I mean, they knew Aaron since he was literally a little kid.
Yeah.
And, he had toured with them. So they while it hurts Nick the deepest, I'm sure, I think they're all probably hurting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Michael. We look forward to your insight.
Kelly, Jeremy, thanks for having me, guys.
All right,
I'll see
we
you
look
next
forward
week.
to some good news next week.
Yes, I'll bring the good news.
All right, you can catch TMZ weekdays at 5 p.m. and TMZ Live weekdays at 2 p.m. right here on Fox 49. Don't go anywhere. We have another great Buy Missouri product to showcase for you coming up right after this.
Yes.
Oh.